that makes us different from all the other guys. No one else is doing right? Focus on the small stuff and be really, really good. Master the small things, okay? Again, be obsessed. Do what we did every single day, all week long. That's the only way we're going to get better.
My name is Carlton Aiken. I've lived this position pretty much my whole life at this point, as a player, now as a coach and a developer. And I think a lot of times people don't get to see what really goes on behind the scenes of true quarterback development. And this is pretty much what the whole series is about. What you really don't see are the conversations that have to happen when a quarterback throws a bad ball, or the critiques that a quarterback needs to make when he throws a bad ball or he's having a bad day. And truthfully, the main part is just the whole recruiting process, how guys are in different stages of the whole recruiting process and the emotions that go behind that. It's stressful for every single person. It's stressful for the Matt Ponatoskis who have to choose between 50 different schools and everyone's offering big NIL money. And it's hard for the guys who are struggling to get, looks. And they're trying to, scrape and scrap to get their name out there. So Rio Lidmer, a guy I've been working with since last April, so it hasn't been long. It's been almost a year coming up now. When Rio first came in, man, I tell him this all the time. He was good. He was good. He was a very good high school quarterback. He's coming off after his junior year. But I think if you ask Rio himself, he was nowhere near where he's at today. And that's truly, yes, I played a little part of that, but that's truly on him. He comes in, he works so hard. I tell my quarterbacks all the time, if you're not doing this every single day, then you're lying to yourself, you're wasting your parents' money, you're wasting my time. And he's someone who truly works hard every single day. So the work, it speaks for itself. Where he was at then and where he's at now is truly a testament of how hard he works. Matt Ponatoski, you want to talk about a guy who probably has one of the biggest names in Cincinnati high school sports history. One of 4 people ever to win Gatorade Player of the Year in 2 different sports in the same year, for baseball and football. So you talk about a generational talent. Some of my quarterbacks call it glaze, whatever. I'll glaze all my guys all day, but truly someone special to be able to work with, and such a great opportunity for me to work with someone of his caliber. This phase isn't about attention anymore. It's truly about development, the work that nobody sees, being ready when your time is called, when that opportunity happens, because you never know when it happens. You never know when you're going to get that phone call. You never know what coach is going to come in what day and say, hey, let's throw. It could be an Alabama coach, it could be a coach at Thomas More right down the street. So when that opportunity happens, we have to be ready. And that's the behind the scenes stuff that you never really truly get to see.
Unless it's like a quick game, hitch, slant, something quick, you're not getting aligned to where your receiver is coming out of their break. All right, on this route, you need to get in line to where your receiver is going. It does not make sense to be 25 yards away from my receiver and be aligned to where he's coming out of his break at. What are we doing? The ball's going to be behind him every single time. Do your drop, get aligned to where he's going to be at, okay? If you're confused on where he's going to be at, I'd rather overestimate, throw the ball back inside. It's way easier to throw the ball back inside than it is to be here trying to wrap around. Does that make sense? Here we go. Oh.
The beautiful part about this quarterback room and what I'm able to do here at Black Sheep, you have quarterbacks at all different stages of their journey. I have 7-year-old quarterbacks who this their first time picking up a football. I have quarterbacks in college like Tim Carpenter, who's going through the whole transfer portal process. I have guys like Matt, who is about to be an SEC quarterback, hopefully, if he doesn't go into the MLB. And I have those guys who are freshmen, freshman, sophomore, juniors, who's looking to get that first offer, like Kai Graham, and grinding it out, and the whole entire process that goes behind that.
Training now is different than it was just a year ago because, I'm really just trying to get ready for college. Me and Coach Aiken, we focus on fundamentals and mechanics every single day, but it's also a lot more mental stuff, just going over plays, going over defenses, and, just doing everything we can to be the best in the world. Before I step on campus, I just want to make sure, that my relationship with God is just as close as it's ever been, and On top of that, I just want to make sure that all my fundamentals, and I'm just aware of all the plays and where everybody needs to be on the field, and I just need to make sure that I'm the best guy and most prepared guy on the campus. The part of this journey that people don't see is just the connection that I have with my guys like Matt and Kai, and especially Coach Aiken. It's just a brotherhood around here that's super special and something I'll never forget about.
How many people in here can with you?
None.
Oh, not even Matt?
No.
He said you can't fuck with him. That's what he said.
Right.
I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. That's true, but he's a Kentucky guy, so it might be different.
I'm a Kentucky guy. I'm a Kentucky guy.
True. Let him know how it's done, huh? Good, Trey.
I get my drip up.
You need to get a tattoo first.
Right now. Left arm and then like right
Don't
leg.
touch the moneymaker.
Yeah.
Don't touch the right one.
Don't touch the
do right
one?
leg, yeah. Don't touch your right arm though.
Here, we're going, all right? Shoulder, throw, and we're finishing in the side shuffle. Right here. Flip, get square, so we can get this shoulder hip separated. Go. Yes, Rio, really good. Perfect, go.
Now that I'm not in high school, like, there's a different level of how you work. Like, there's how a professional works and there's how a high schooler works and a college player works. Like, it's just different. They come with a mindset, even on the bad days, like, you're coming in, you're putting in work because that's what you got to do. So just being around a good group of guys, people that have been there and done that, like, you got to work different. Like, you got to come in and do your thing every day. Like, there's no off days.
The young pups, two guys, again, who are along their journey, not where Matt and Rio are, but that's where these guys want to end up, right? Again, that's what makes this opportunity so special. Again, you have guys who are trying to get their first offer with Kai and Hunter, guys who are, going out, sending all of these text messages, but they see guys like Matt and Rio and Tim, and they see that it's obtainable. They're so close to getting there, and that's who we're about to talk about now. So let's start off with Hunter McLaughlin, a guy who checks all the boxes. Another guy that my quarterback say I glaze, but a 6'3", 195 freshman in high school. I mean, he can throw the ball through a wall as well. The first time Hunter came in back in March of last year, I've only been working with him for a year now. When he first came in, I asked him what college was he going to next year, and he told me that he was only in 8th grade. So, that was a doozy. I really couldn't believe it. I knew immediately, like, all right, we got something special here. Again, especially me being in my first year of quarterback training, I've been around the game so long that I know what it looks like when a guy has it, and Hunter McLaughlin definitely has it. You can call it glaze, you can call it whatever you want, but not only does he have all the physical attributes, he actually has the work ethic, and he works his butt off. He is another guy, you hear me all the time say, you have to be obsessed with playing quarterback. You have to be obsessed with the smallest details, your hip drive, knowing coverages, knowing what this looks like, in the feel for the game. So that's all stuff that's going to happen with Hunter, but he has the determination to get there.
Hi, my name is Hunter McLaughlin, 2029 quarterback, Tippecanoe High School. How Aikens helped me and why I train with him is because of his attention to detail, and he helps maximize my potential.
Now, Kai Graham, a pup in all the sense. He's a class of 2028 quarterback. I just started working with Kai. I would say this has only been 4 sessions with Kai, but a guy who's a little bit older, class of 2028, sophomore season, but had a huge sophomore year. I think threw for 3,000 yards, over 30 touchdowns. It helped. He had the #1 receiver in the nation, #1 athlete in the nation with Jameer Brown, but a guy who can definitely make a name for himself as being one of the top 28 quarterbacks in the whole country. He has the stats. He's a left-handed quarterback, so I love working with guys who are left-handed. It's a challenge for me, and I'm up for the challenge. But a dual threat guy, a young guy who's proven himself on the varsity level. That's not what you see a lot. Hunter has improved himself on the varsity level. Garrett Fraley has improved himself on the varsity level. Finn Freshwater has improved himself on the varsity level. So when you look at all these other 28 guys, yes, they say that they're the best, but right now on varsity film, Kai Graham is separating himself.
I'm Kai Graham, class of 28. I go to Wayne High School. and I play quarterback. What keeps me showing up is just, you know what I'm saying, knowing that there's other guys working, you know what I'm saying, to get to the same goal, and just knowing, like, in the back of my mind, like, I got to make sure I'm outworking everybody and putting in more work. The hardest part is, you know, like, you a kid, so you seeing everybody on social media, you know, posting their offers and stuff, and it's just, like, a little frustrating, but, you know, you just keep my head down and keep working.
Go, bring it up. Here we go, let's go. QB's on 3, 1, 2, 3.